Hi guys, this is Mama Sue and today we are going to be making stretch bracelets. Aren't those pretty? This one was made out of lava and I put wood in between the um, the beads. I put a wood bead in between each of the lava beads to keep it in its natural state. Now this is a really comfortable bracelet to wear and it goes good with a lot of things. It looks really cute with jeans. Then this one here, oh, I like this one. This one has the fire polish beads, the glass fire polish beads in between the green glass beads. And then I've got little flower spacer beads right there in between. That's all there is in this bracelet. And then this one, it doesn't look like it, but this one's entirely plastic or acrylic. Each of the beads are acrylic or plastic. And then I've got a spacer bead in between those also, so that you can see those. Those are the little flower spacer beads. And these all just go on the wrist and look so cute on. But this one we're going to, now the one I've got here now, right here, was made with, it's going to be made with these beads here, these little brown beads. I found these at a thrift store. It was a bracelet, but it was big enough to wear for a man. I can probably make at least 2 bracelets out of this, maybe even 3. But I just haven't tried yet. But now we'll do it. And then I thought I would put these 3 in the middle of the front to go over the top of these 3 are going to go on the top, and I'm going to put these bead caps around the yellow one. This bead here, we're going to put a bead cap around that one, and then these are just going to go on either side of the yellow one. There's the bead caps to go in there. And then these are going to be between every bead. And these are going to be between every bead. So, these are the mostly. And then these are going to be every other bead. Excuse me. So this is going to be a really nice bracelet when you get it done. Now what we're going to do is, I bought this cord. I couldn't find my thin cord, because I normally use a real thin diamond. I think it's called diamond something. And I normally use that for my bracelets because I can put it through the bracelet 2 times. And it's really thin and it's really strong. So I like that one the best. But I grabbed this one down at Walmart. And it had 328 feet of wire in here for like $5-6. Here it is right here. And I want you to see how strong this stuff is. I'm going to cut a piece off. Now, here's the wire. It's pretty thick. But what surprised me is how strong it is. Now I'm pulling that pretty good. So that's a really strong wire. So I don't think we'll need to double it. So, and it's so thick, we can just put the beads right onto the this wire without even having to have a needle. So what we're going to do is we're just going to roll this around our wrist 1 time. See how I'm rolling it around? And then just leave some extra on there for tying up, or whatever you decide to do with it. I like to use it. I always have extra. And for the price I bought this for, it's not going to hurt you to waste a little bit while you're learning. When you have extra, you're always safe. You can always get you can always cut off the extra. You can't you'll have to rebead everything if you cut it too short. So I like going this route. Anyway, I like to take just any kind of bead. This is a wood bead here. I'm just going to stick this in the hole. Oh, there's no hole in this one. Go figure. Okay, here's a bigger one. This one has a nice big hole in it. See that? Nice big hole. I don't think you're seeing it, but I'll go ahead and put it in myself. If I can see it, it's a big hole because I've got bad eyes. Now I'm getting that tied twice. I'll just cut it off when I get to the other end and I get ready to wind these up. But here's how you start. Oh, wait, I've got one started. I started putting beads on. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and start with this one. At least you know how to tie that tip. Know to tie some kind of a tip on there. And then see, this will stop your beads from coming off. So this is a good way to start. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these over here. I'll just set this up here so you can see how far we're coming. I'll put it right there. Okay, here's now this is real thick, so I'm just going to feed them right on here. There's a fire. This is a fire polish bead. And then we're going to go with a seed bead, with a spacer bead. Then we're going to put one of these beads. This is the rock bead. Now, I'm real happy to see that those beads, I'm real happy to see that these beads and spacer beads and everything go on this wire real easy, because that's real important when you're doing an elastic bracelet. You know, I'm just really surprised. I thought those, I thought I would have to have the thin. I like the thin. The reason I like the thin kind is because then you can tie it and pull the knot inside, put a little dab of glue, and then pull it inside one bead. And then it's not going to come loose. It's going to stay like that. You can, and until you decide to change elastic again. You don't have to change your elastic until you start seeing it hanging open somewhere on your bracelet. Then you need to probably change your stuff before you lose your beads. Okay, there's another. Oh, I'll just grab one here. There's another spacer. Here's another pretty fire. Oops. Well, I'm having a hard time hanging on to these. Okay, I'm going to put that in there. Then another spacer. You're probably going to get tired of me saying this, but it's really, you might want to put a needle on, but I think I'm just going to stick with this for now. I don't know where my needles are, but a lot of times I'll just make it with a small piece of wire, and I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let me show you what I do, just so you know. And so it's easier for me. This is a 28 gauge wire here. This is super thin. I'm going to cut a piece off. And I'm going to fold it in half. See? Got it all folded in half. I'm going to squash it right there. Just like that. Now I'm going to come up here to the top. I'm going to grab onto that with my pliers, whichever pliers I grab, and I'm going to turn this and just make myself a little like needle point kind of, because this is the side it has to go in, because if I pull it from the other side, it'll pull loose out of this piece, because it'll unwind as you're pulling. So we want to make that be your needle side. Now let's cut off that little tip so that we don't have any problems going through the bead. I'm going to cut it right there. And I'm going to catch the remains. And then there's your little needle. Let me squash the end here. I'll try to squash it. I like to squash that in, so, oh, there it is. See, it's squashed in like a needle now. Then I'm going to grab my elastic right here. I'm going to grab my elastic. I'm going to stick that in there. Okay, now I'm going to just start putting my beads on. Now that I've got my elastic in there, I can pull it through a little bit more, doesn't matter. Okay, where were we? Okay, we need a spacer bead. And a pretty bead. Fire polished. I always have to remind myself of what that is called. Oops, I need this. Yeah, that's easier to put on with the needle. Now, I like to use something. I'm just going to use, oh, here it is. I like to use my pliers, get a hold of this needle, and pull it, get a hold of that needle, and pull it so my wire comes through. I'm just going to pull it to here, and I'm just going to keep feeding things on until I'm ready to push it on to the rest of the beads that are on this, that are on this line already. See how pretty those look? Those are really nice, and the sparkle is amazing. I'm going to go ahead and put the front piece on so you can start getting excited, because I want you to see that, and then we'll just finish going this route the rest of the bracelet. I get excited for people to see the pretty part of the bracelet. I'm goofy sometimes. But I get excited for you too, because I know you can do this stuff. I know that you can do it, because there's so many things I never thought I could do, and then once somebody showed me the right way. Like, a lot of people never knew how to I'm a cake decorator, and they didn't know how to make roses to put on cakes, and so but when I showed them, it's like 5-10 minutes, and they had it down pat. I just showed them, and they said it seemed easy to them when I did it. But it just depends, because I'm kind of dyslexic, so I have to do things differently or learn things differently. So maybe that's the deal. Oh, wait, I didn't start doing the front part. I got busy talking. Okay, grab that, put this on there, put another one of those, and then we're going to start on the front. How about that? There's that one. Now we're going to start on the front. We're going to put one of our big size 8 beads. I'm going to put one. Boy, that's a tight one. Let's see if I might have a little trouble with that one. Ooh, there it goes. Well, I was still able to get it on, so that's a good thing. Now I'm putting a spacer bead. I'm putting one of the pretty beads. The fire polished. I'm saying that a lot because I'm trying to remember what it's called, because I love that bead. Now I'm going to put this one on. Then I'm going to my bracket, my bead cover. Boy. Right through there. I put it on upside down, see? See, I put it on there upside down. That's because the bead's going on next. The yellow bead. See how that looks on there? Ooh-hoo. And then It looks better with the lighter beads because you can see it better with the lighter beads. That's why I chose that yellow. And because that's the last yellow one I had. This is a nice bracelet to use your extra beads in. Oh, did I put a spacer bead? Yes. Now a spacer bead. And one of those pretty beads. And a spacer bead. And the last one of the center beads. I want you to see this. I'm so excited. Wait a second. Let's put one of those purdies on here before we stop and show you. Yeah, I got to put the pretty one on first so you can really see how adorable it's going to look. I'm hiding it from you on purpose because I would just want you to see this, because it's going to be adorable. Did you guys peek? Okay, here we go. Now that we've got those on, look at this. Look how pretty that looks on there. It's just so cool. See there? I love this style. It looks aged. And I just love that look. Now we're going to finish off by just doing this until we get it big enough for my wrist. Or your wrist when you're doing it. See there? That is such a pretty style, and I want you to see it clearly. I love that. Okay, we're going to finish this off. Now we're at a brown bead, so now we got to go a spacer and then this pretty bead here. Back and forth until we're finished. Okay, so I'm going to sit that down there. Then you can check it out while I'm doing the others. Okay, a spacer. Then we've got the brown bead there, so it's one of these beads now. And we're just going back and forth now because we got the center done. But I couldn't wait to show you the center because the center looks just great. And this is a bracelet you can wear with a lot of things too. And even the kids like this one. You know, I'll probably have to make 2 more of these because my girls are going to want it after I show them. Okay, now I need a brown one. Brown one. Spacer. Let me see if that's almost around my wrist. Not quite. I got about an inch and a half to, an inch or an inch and a half to go, and then it will fit me. Okay, we're ready for one of these pretty ones. And spacer bead and brown bead, spacer, pretty, and spacer, brown. See, we're just doing the same thing over and over and over again right now. Let me pull this up and I'll check it again. Oh, see there? Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, look how close I am. I'm almost done. Okay, about an inch left. So maybe I'm probably going to go 2 rounds. I mean, 2 more brown beads, 2 more of the little beads, and I think that'll be about the right size for me. Okay, a spacer bead, and one of these pretty little beads, spacer bead, brown bead, spacer bead, pretty bead, spacer bead. Okay, now let's see if it fits my wrist this time. We're going to try it this time again. Look at that. It just keeps on keeping on. See there? Okay, I'm putting it around my wrist. Oh, look how cute. And then I still need to take it one more time. You know, it's close. But this right here is that wooden bead. So, and then there's my brown bead there, right next to it. Yeah, right there. Okay, I'm going to put one more row on, and then I'm going to stop. Okay, a brown bead, spacer bead, glass bead, spacer bead, and by George, I think we've got it. And I think we're done with the beading. Okay, let's check it out again. That's basically what it is. You have to check things over and over again to see if you got them right, or to see if you're ready. I'm going to move this over here, and then I'm going to put this on my wrist. I do love the style. I wish you could see it up close and pretty. Oh, but I wanted to see what size it was. It is now, oops, it's too big now. I'm going to have to take off one set. One, I think. I don't know. That fits pretty good, doesn't it? I think I'll leave it. I can always undo it and retie it. But I can't. Okay, I'm trying to make that tight, but I don't want to make it so tight that it's hard to put on. I want it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I made that perfect size. I didn't realize it was that. I didn't realize it got that close. Okay, now I'm gonna turn this around. And oops, let me cut that tip off. I don't need that anymore. That's our starter point. I'm gonna cut that off. And let me tighten that. Let me pull off this needle. Let me check this out. Oh, I just pulled it through that. I might be able to feed this knot into the hole here, because the hole looks like it might be big enough, even though this elastic's pretty heavy. But I'll pull it down. It'll make the elastic thinner to fit it through the hole. Ooh, looky there. Went right through to the other side. Now I can probably feed it in. Did it go in? Ah, it went in. It's in that bowl now. Now, if I put just a little glue down here, normally what I do is I'll put a little glue on the, I don't have my glue out here right now. Because I want, I can't use this because this will get hard, and then my elastic will snap, break. So I want something flexible. I think I'll just use this tacky glue for now. Let me see if I have any more in this bottle. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, let me pull that knot back out. How do I get it out? Wait, where is it? Oh, I lost it already. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There it is. It was in there. There's the knot right there. I can't even see a little move. Let me move this out of your way. We don't need that now that we're up close and personal. There's where it is, if you can see that. Got a little place right there, a little knot right there. So I'm going to put a little glue right on that knot. This is just tacky glue here. I normally will use a jewelry glue, or I think it's called E6000. I'll put a little dab, but I want it to stay in the ball. Now I pulled it through. Now the ball, the knot is inside this ball right here. So I'm just going to feed that through a couple more beads, and then I'll just cut it off. I have to go one at a time because this elastic is so thick. I've never used elastic this thick, I don't think. Although I forget a lot anymore. Get in there. Man, I should have left the needle on, huh? I'm not too worried because I've got the ball inside the that one bead. Glad the holes were big on that. If the holes hadn't been big, I couldn't have pulled it through. Where is the hole on this thing? My eyes, I've just gone blind. Let me put my needle back on. I think I'm going to have to use it. Oop, that's not it. I think oh, here it is. Opening it up. I'm going to stick this on here. Then maybe I can go through these beads now. I need to pull it upward so that my elastic is a little thinner, so that I can get it through that hole. I might be able to go through this hole at the same time. Oh yeah. And this one, and then that's where I'll cut it off. You pull it down and push it through. Go through. No, maybe I should use a thinner wire. Well, I'll do it again sometime with the thinner wire, and you'll see the difference. The difference is amazing. Although I'm kind of cool with this thicker wire, though. I mean, it's not bothering me. Some people might get annoyed with the wire being. I'm gonna cut that off right there. Wait, I don't want to cut that off until I do the other side, because then I can pull them both at the same time, and then I'll cut them off. Taking some of that extra glue off of there. A little glue was there. Okay, I'm going to pull this out, pull that back. And I want to feed it through here. And feed it through here. That's the one it doesn't want to go through. I'm going to have to put the needle on the other side and go through. I guess you need a needle after all. At least with this thick stuff. But, you know, it's such a strong elastic. I'm not real unhappy with having to go to this trouble. And I love the bracelet. Now I'm going to go through to the other side. Oh, it already came through. I didn't even know it. Told you I need to get my eyes checked. Okay, now that I've got it through a spacer bead, this little the fire polished, and the spacer bead and the brown bead. So I'm gonna pull it a little bit right now just to make sure it's nice and strong. Then I'm going to cut those off. Now I have this gorgeous bracelet that I can wear, and I just love it. I like the way the beads went together. I like the bead caps on it. The bead caps look really cool on it. The shine, and I can't believe these little brown beads even look pretty now. And then, oh, it's a perfect fit. Check that out. Isn't that pretty? Let me put it on my other hand. Maybe it'll look prettier on that. See there? It really makes for a very nice bracelet. And you can wear this with quite a few things. And I even think this one would look good with jeans. See there? Very pretty. Okay, well, that's what I have for you today. And you have a wonderful night. And remember that Jesus loves you. And so do I.